Welcome to Legendary Studios. Today I have a friend here, Russ, who's joining me, and he's honorably legendary. We're checking out the game Spectrum, which is a Kickstarter game coming soon, and we're going to look not only at the base game, but also what you get with some of the expansions with the starter card pack. Welcome to Legendary Tactics. So I'm here joined today by my friend Russ, and we're going to show you the shotgun start for the game. For those of you who are getting the Kickstarter that includes the cards can actually replace the dice. The cards can add more functions to the game, like swapping colors, switching decks, sort of take that mechanic. But if you want to get the game launched really quickly, then check this out. So Russ, how do we set this up?
Yeah, so for the shotgun start, we pull out the 1s, 3s, and 2 decks. There's
Perfect.
12 of each, matching all of the primary and secondary colors that we have on the board.
Okay.
And there's other higher numbers too if you do replace the dice fully and for lots of different options that the game has.
So I'm taking 2 of each?
We take 2 of each.
Okay. Now these cards, you don't need to shuffle them or even really hide them. They just get us on the board more quickly. So let's begin, and the number in the top corner is how many spaces in your piece will go. So this one is on the blue 2, right there.
Nice.
Go ahead with your next one.
Purple 3.
Ooh, nice one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we did found that this definitely kickstarts the game. Like shotgun start's a good name for it, right? It really gets you
yes.
Gets you on and going. Orange 3. I
Now
like how I'm ahead of you in that track.
Oh, you're killing me already. Ooh, I'm ahead of myself in this track.
Yeah, the double.
That's a double pummel. But you know what? I'm just going to go up and branch off and take all of them. So
You'll be
it's okay.
tripping over
Being
yourself.
Optimist. No, I have played this game with 3 players, and with 3 players, the game is much more dynamic. I would say it's a little more linear because with 2 players, you tend to race to the finish as fast as possible up a single lane. But in the 3-player game, you're going to get stomped on really quickly, so you need to dodge to the side lanes in order to successfully make your way up there.
Right.
So
Now, I haven't had the chance to play with more than just one other player, so I think it would be a lot of fun with more people.
Definitely.
And that would kind of adds to that like kind of party family aspect of it.
Nice.
So 2 in the red.
Blue, purple, 2. Okay.
A blue, purple 1.
So that would be my starting position.
And a purple red 1.
Now, the rest of the game after this point plays exactly the same. So we both have 6 on the board. We each get 2 dice to start. And for those of you who haven't seen how to play the game, essentially what your goal is to claim the stars in the center of the board as quickly as possible. The first one to each star locks that position. So you just need to get up those tracks quickly, not get bounced on. There's a few rules we should go over here very quickly. So when you're rolling, you can choose to move 2 squares on either of these colors. So I've got a green and I've got an orange. So we've got the orange track here, so I could go 1, 2. That stomps on you, and then you would get placed on any star of my choice around the outside of the board. And I don't like putting you in any of these, but we'll just put you right there. I could have chosen to go on the green track, or if the 2 are next to each other, then you can also go in the track in between.
Right, so we found the track in between the 2 are safer. You're less likely to get stomped on because they have to roll the perfect roll to get there.
That's right. Yes.
Or roll doubles.
Very good.
And it's also very slow. You're a lot slower moving up that lane.
That's right. So do you want to show us the doubles rule? So let's just say you've rolled 2 purples.
2 purples. So
yes.
2 purples, then I can move kind of 2 rounds of 2.
That's right.
Right? So I can move 4 up the purple, or I can move 4 up the track beside it. Which is really handy to start moving people over. I can also move over and up if I chose to do something like that.
And there's also the color on the other side.
And then the color on the other side allows me to move over and move stuff on the opposite side of the board.
Let's just check it out. So we also have the option on this to go to the green side if he had a green piece here.
Or I could start
here,
one up
here.
and start, because maybe
That's right.
this is pretty vacant. I like that idea. And I could move there and move up there, and that would be what I'd get to do with the doubles.
Very good. Now there's one other rule we should go over. So let's say you've got your purple there. We'll just say it's 1 purple though. And if you'd like to hop over my character, how does that work?
Right, so what I can do if I chose to, because this is purple and blue, I'm allowed to move in the middle.
That's right.
And so I can go for 2, I can go for 1, and then I'm allowed to jump to any one that shares a vertex, right?
That's right, and it would have to go between purple and, so it could go here, here, or here.
Right.
That's right.
I could go here, but I also could make the jump up to there.
Okay, so this is Spectrum. Thank you so much for joining us. Overall, to give it you a sense of what the game is, I think it's like really advanced Sorry. The goal is, of course, to race up the track, to avoid getting stomped on, to be the quickest one to get there. This one has a lot more versatility, I would say, in terms of the board movement. It's non-linear. It's a fairly accessible game because it's color dependent. The game designers are adjusting it so that this is just a prototype of the game. The actual finished product will have letters on here to say, like, this is a G for green, so that the game will be more accessible that way. But I think it's good for young, middle-aged, old. Is there anything else you'd like to say about the game?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. I think the cards and so many options, I think that really we've just scratched the surface of what this game really can play as. I know I think I want to get a copy for my cottage and have it up there and
nice. Yeah.
Have that cool. as a fun evening, even if it's just a starter game for us. But
so I think there's about 15 pages of rules you need to read in order to understand what we've just taught you. But then beyond that, there's 48 pages of rules at this point.
Right.
And those, the extra rules are just how to play solo, how to play different modes, and
using cards instead of the dice.
That's right, different challenges, that sort of thing.
That's right.
So there's lots more to explore in this game beyond what you've seen here today. Yeah. So check it out on Kickstarter. This one's going up in May, and if this is well after May, then be sure to check out this game from your friendly local gaming store. This is Legendary Tactics. Now remember to get out there, get gaming, and
be legendary.